In uncomfortable interview news.
Ooh, awkward.
Submitted by To Be the Good Boy.
To be the good boy. It's an old song that we made in 2008.
Go to school. To
be the good boy. We gotta show you, man. There's a lot of gold. We made a lot of gold.
You know, we used to shoot a lot of sketch comedy.
No, I know, yeah.
Kimmel copied us.
Damn, did they?
No.
SNL did though.
They did.
They have a skit called the Ultra V-neck, and then they came out afterwards.
With the Ultra V-neck sketch?
Yeah.
And ours was better.
Yep. Hella people copy our shit.
Fucking copying ass
Ellen too,
motherfucker.
or no, Conan. And
Ellen.
Yeah.
You guys should sue them
Yeah.
and go out of business from fees and trying to sue them.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
Exactly.
Great idea.
Jimmy Kimmel is being criticized for his behavior during an interview with Stormy Daniels.
AKA a porn star who has.
Stormy
Oh,
Daniels.
I thought that was a weather lady.
AKA a porn star.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bad.
Porn star.
It's bad.
Well, yeah, the reason why she's in the news right now is because it came out that she allegedly had a sexual relationship with Donald Trump back in 2006. And so now the media is just like.
Why is
all
that a
over
surprise?
Because they're saying that she was given hush money.
Ooh. But then she said, I'm not gonna be hushing you.
$130,000 per month.
Oh my god, I shut the fuck up. Someone give me that much
So I
money.
saw some reports of per month, and other reports are just saying that's the total. So I'm not.
Regardless,
Too
that's a lot of
sure.
money.
But she
To shut the fuck up?
Yeah, she was getting this money before the presidential election in 2016.
Ooh.
And
But this is all from that book, right? Fire and Fury, the book.
no, so this is like there's been multiple times that this has come up in the media.
I don't even know why people act surprised though. I already imagine billionaires are always banging porn stars all day long.
They better be, man.
Can we see what Stormy Daniels looks like?
Yes. Well,
Is she really Stormy?
so this is Stormy Daniels with Donald Trump around that time that they had this alleged affair.
Ew,
And-
he always looked old.
Yeah, and in that time.
He looks older here actually than he does now.
Yeah, so during this time that they supposedly had sex,
You like
Melania,
that dick, Stormy? Yeah. You like it, Stormy?
he had been married to Melania for a year, and in 2006, she had just given birth to the son. So it's like
The son.
the son. Yeah, his son.
He's been with her for a minute though.
Melania?
Yeah.
No, I mean
This girl?
Trump and Melania.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw them on Zoolander.
Yeah, they were. I saw Zoolander recently too. So anyways, this is what she looks like. And
Okay.
so Jimmy Kimmel had her on his show, and he did like about 12-minute interview, and I'm gonna show you 3 minutes of that interview where he's saying all these like comments to the point where he got a lot of backlash on the internet for it. A lot of people were like, what the hell? This is like
Like, what the
Jimmy
fuck? Is
Kimmel-
this some kind of comedy thing?
No, they're just saying that it was like really sexist and like, and then they're just
He
saying-
better not be asking her sex questions.
You don't ask a porn star sex questions.
No, you can't ask
Everyone
no
knows
porn
that.
star sex questions. I hope he's not doing no comedy bit about sex questions.
You gotta ask him math questions.
That's right.
Science questions.
She's
Yeah,
a
they're
woman
saying
after
that
all.
it was sexist, salacious, and fratty.
What is salacious?
That sounds sexy.
Yeah, that sounds really
It
enticing.
sounds like you can either have your steak medium rare or salacious.
It's having or
sounds like-
conveying undue or inappropriate interest in sexual matters.
Well, that was really
Oh,
boring.
you talking to an adult film actress? Oh,
That's kind of weird. I really don't appreciate that.
boy.
Yeah, and then people are just saying that this is like the Kimmel from back in the day when he used to be on
The Man Show.
Oh.
with Adam Carolla.
Oh, so it's not weird behavior then.
Well, now like his branding now is not him.
Gotcha,
Yeah, I know, but I'm just like, how the fuck are you surprised? Anyway,
Okay, so here's the clip.
Ooh, he even got a
The
5 o'clock shadow.
signature on the original statement does not.
Oh yeah, and just so you guys know that what he's talking about here, there was these 2 statements stating from her supposedly that she never had sex with Trump and that they're just denying it. But then he's pointing out the fact that this signature is different from her regular signature.
Match the signature on this statement, and I went through my library of photographs of you to compare it to headshots that you have signed, and these seem to match the original.
And look just how many he
Statement.
has. Like I guess that's something
Am
people
I
pointed
getting at
out.
anything? Did you sign this letter that was released today? So you're saying perhaps this letter was written and released without your approval. Do you
It's
think the
pretty much her
president
in the
is
whole
watching
interview.
right
She doesn't
now?
really give him
I
anything.
like to imagine him. You don't have to imagine him. I like to imagine him, though, like lying in his bed with cheeseburger wrappers. And he's like, oh, I was so great at the State of the Union tonight. And then he turns on the TV and he's like, oh, no, Stormy, why are you on that talk show when you could be here in bed with me having the most fantastic lovemaking of your entire life? You can't say whether you have a non-disclosure agreement, but if you didn't have a non-disclosure agreement, you most certainly could say, I don't have a non-disclosure agreement. Yes?
You're so smart, Jimmy.
Thank you very much. You were at a golf tournament in Lake Tahoe. You noticed Trump looking at you on the course. He approached you in the gift room. He asked for your number, asked you to have dinner with him. You told him you would meet him in his room. He asked you to meet him in his room. You assumed you'd be going out to dinner. When you got there, he was in pajama pants. He asked you a lot of questions about the business side of the
I
adult
thought
film
this was
industry.
a talk show, not a horror movie.
Oh, she's
Your
funny.
manager sent an email and said,
They gave
would you
her
like
to
to have
that
Stormy
one
on the
in
show?
fact.
I was like, yeah, we would love to have Stormy on the show. Of course we would love to have her. You said in the interview that you could describe in detail Donald Trump's junk. Do you use the word?
What is
God.
wrong with you?
I don't know what's wrong with me. It's what is wrong with you is the question. But I got 3 carrots here.
They gotta be diamonds.
There's a carrot. There's a carrot.
'Cause that's what it looks like his dick.
And
Because he's orange.
Without any commentary, would you like to pick a carrot? Stormy Puppet, perhaps, can answer some questions. There's the puppet, and look who's here with us. It's Donald in his underwear. Does this at all seem familiar to you? Tidy whities? If you have done something, don't move. If you
I ever
haven't done it,
fuck.
shake your head no, okay? Never have I ever had sex with a married man at a golf tournament. Ah, good, good. Never have I ever watched Shark Week in a hotel room with the host of a reality show. She's not moving. One last thing. Have you ever made love to anyone whose name rhymes with Ronald Lump?
Yeah, I'll call you whatever you want me to call you, baby.
Yeah, so she dodges all the questions.
I don't get it.
Well, it was the way that it was edited is probably harder to
get context.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but I mean, I watched the whole thing, and I'm like, it's not that bad.
Well, there you have it, folks. The leader of the feminist party herself says that it's totally fine.
There you go.
Since when?
Well, according to the fans, because everyone thinks you're a feminazi.
Have you noticed?
but-
Have you noticed that everyone nowadays, like after the sexual revolution we've had, right? Now everyone wants to like roll back to this puritanical thing where you don't talk about sex stuff.
Yeah.
Like
That's
you,
too far. It's
right?
too
It's
much.
like oh, don't ask a woman about her underwear, or don't ask a guy boxers or briefs, or like this is all.
You guys could ask me all you want.
Right. This is like back to buckle shoes. Back to fucking, like, you know what I mean? Like back to the Puritan
Puritans,
times,
yeah.
like when fucking the religious law was law of the land, and like everyone couldn't talk a certain way and say bad words and interview someone and talk sex. Like, what's wrong with talking fucking sex? I had somebody blow me up a couple years ago. Her name was Brizzy Voices. She's a fucking YouTube person, right? And she was like, because she was trying to bust me because I was talking about like sexual things with people on the street. She's like, oh, you put these women in uncomfortable situations, and I'm like, look, anyone can just fucking walk away from me anytime. I ask if you want to talk to me about shit or whatever, and we're talking about sexual things. Like, why is it wrong to talk about sex? Like in your head, like who taught you this? Who taught you that it's like taboo or not cool? Like if anything, I'm
Now,
cool
what is the uncomfortable situation? Because you do realize that in order for them to be on the video and it to be it was with their consent.
100%.
Yes. What are you talking about?
Is it chill if I use this for YouTube? Yes.
Did it seem rapey to the ladies here?
What did what?
Jimmy Kimmel's?
No, I mean, it just felt like he's being a comedian and he clearly has this like hate for Trump,
Yeah,
and I think he was just trying to make this situation that's like in the limelight right now, he's just trying to make it lighthearted.
And the bit isn't about her, it's about Trump.
It's all 100% about
making
him.
fun of Trump and not making fun of her.
Yeah, exactly. Because
He empowered her, if anything.
Yeah, he went into this interview knowing that she can't say anything. Like she can't confirm anything at all. That's why throughout the whole interview, she just keeps dodging the.
And what people don't know is this stuff is planned. She knows
Yeah,
the
she knows
questions.
this stuff.
They give her clever things to say.
They gave her a joke, I bet.
And then
Yeah, they even
also,
ran it a
when
couple
this
times.
aired was the same night that Trump was doing the State of the Union address. So
Oh, it's relevant.
Yeah, do you think like when they have fucking what's the fucking laughing clown? What's his name?
I don't know.
Bozo.
The talk show guy that laughs at everything.
Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon. So when Jimmy Fallon does his little fucking bit with, you know, where the artist has to make a voice impression or something, you don't think they know that ahead of time? You know?
I love that.
People are like, oh my god, how do they do that on the spot?
I like it when the celebrities do impressions of other celebrities.
I love that too, actually. That's awesome. I think what people might be upset about is this is slightly outside of Jimmy Kimmel's branding for him to kind of drill the talk show, the guest that hard, and maybe that's just what they feel uncomfortable about.
Is it?
Yeah, because he usually does it he doesn't usually talk about sex all the time.
Oh.
So I think to talk about sex and to drill him like that much, I think that's outside of his branding. I think the times I watch the shows, he's always like interviewing like very neutral, like Jamie Foxx, tell me about your movie, and it's very like that, you know.
I mean, because he has been vocal about just his distaste with Trump.
Yeah.
In the past, and that already for me was outside of his branding because after the Man Show.
Because he actually has opinions now.
No, because in the Man Show he was just. I mean, have you seen the Man Show?
The Man Show I've not seen.
It was great. It was funny.
Yeah, it was. So it was a lot of crude jokes. It was just very like real talk, like just man type shit, you know, like
You don't have
inappropriate
like
stuff.
girls on trampolines and skirts.
I see.
Yeah.
It was just edgy enough to where it's safe for TV.
Exactly.
Yeah, got it.
So then after that, like he cleaned it up to where he can be more digestible, like in the so he became more pop,
More mainstream,
right?
yeah.
So then when he came out with his distaste for Trump, then for me I was like, oh shit, that's kind of edgy again.
People just forgot he was a gangster. That's all.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then he did it this time, and I think people probably forgot that first time and don't know his past. We're just like, what the fuck?